Prepárate, Hello, hello. I just had to turn the sound down on my YouTube on my laptop. So, welcome everybody, and another great night. We've got a great group of people. I see I have 10 eyes on me right now, and we've got four thumbs up. So, give us the thumbs up out there, people, and welcome. And I've got a couple of people waiting in the back room for us. And I have one more supposedly coming in from Victoria. I have not seen him yet, so, but without further ado, let me bring on who we've got here currently. So we've got Wayne Photos, the video guy. Thumbs up, Wayne. And we've got the old Mike, the wildlife photographer guy. Hey, Mikey. Let me turn the lights down on you a little bit. You're glowing in the dark there. So.
Can you hear me, Frank?
I can hear you. Can you turn the lights down?
You're a little bright. Out.
You're a little bright. You're a little bright there.
I know. Turn me down, please.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe you might have. So let me.
Oh, I can turn it down a bit.
Can you? Oh, okay. That's better. Good man. Good man. Yeah. So you're looking. Just
how come Wayne looks so good?
Oh,
he's got so much color.
I know. It just,
he looks like he's on
vacation. My youthful age.
Yeah, what is it? You know, it just,
my age.
Yeah. Yeah, let me fix Wayne up there. Wayne looks pretty good too. He's got a little bit of brightness. Let me turn him down just a hair. There. Okay, so we've got the two of you right now. I was supposed to have Rick from Victoria. I don't know where he is. He was supposed to join. I've sent him the link to come in, and but anyway, you know, as he's not here, so we're gonna get going with the show. Francis, welcome, Francis. He just joined us, so it's kind of nice. We've got I think about 3 people from the Miniru Photo Club had sent in some photos to be critiqued, and so we've got them in there, and we've got a total of 35 images tonight, which is pretty good. You know, we've got a nice group of a mix of photos. So, but without further ado, let's get cracking, and let me just put us in.
Hi,
here.
Amberly.
Yeah.
Hi, Larry.
Okay, so yeah, Larry's in there, Amberly's here, Tina's here, Ballistic 2011. And I don't know who Ballistic 2011 is, but he's here, or person's here. Amberly's here, and Wayne and Larry, and yeah, so these are all people that have kind of logged in currently. So,
hey,
but yeah.
Frank, you got me in the wrong spot. You got me up where Wayne is. My name is Wayne now.
Oh, you're Wayne. Hey, listen.
You got Wayne. Wayne is Rick.
I can fix you quite easily. Let me do this.
That's television.
Yeah, let me do this, and we're gonna go and put up there.
There we go.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Where's Amberly?
Well, Amberly's out in YouTube land, so yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get going on this first photo. So, it's a snowy day with a bird in it. So, Mike, let's start with you. What can you tell us about this photo? What do you think?
Well, all I can see right now, Frank, is a big blur on my screen. Everything's coming in all choppy.
Why?
I don't know. Everything was going good a few minutes ago, but I can see the bird. Kind of. I think it's snowing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's snow. Yeah, it's snow. Yeah, yeah. I guess maybe your internet's not quite fast enough to handle some of the feed that's coming in. So maybe that could be a problem. But I mean, you're not choppy. You're not choppy yourself. So, but
oh, okay. Oh, there. Now it's clear. Clear.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes a time to do the feed in here.
Yeah.
So Wayne, what do your thoughts on this?
Well, yeah, I like it. I mean, it's on a diagonal, He's got it looking into the picture. A little bit of snow. Not being a bird expert, I have no idea what it is. But
It's a starling.
I like that he's got the background, or he or she, whoever's it is, has blurred the background, and the bird is against some green, which is brings out the coloring a little bit better in the bird. So I would say it's a good 7 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. No, it is a nice image. It's well proportioned, and the background is soft enough that you don't. It's not just detracted from the bird, and you've got the snow coming down. So you've used the shutter speed was 1/640th or 6/50th of a second, and you were at f5.6 on this shot. So you can see the little snowflakes in the background are creating kind of bokeh, in there. So
I like the shot, Frank. Everything's nice. It'd be nice. I know it's very difficult if the bird was had its head twisted a little more for a little more catch light.
Yeah. You're
just
right.
kind of more viewing.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it.
No, it's a nice shot.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and you can't see anything in the bird's eye. It would be nice, but hey.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a tough one sometimes.
Yeah, I mean that's wildlife. You take what you get. So, yeah. So,
nice shot.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next one, which would be. Let me just go here. And now some of these images haven't been named, and I've kind of named them. But this particular one has been named, and this is from Dave and Victoria, so it's kind of a cool image of this huge tree trunk with all this age marks in there. So we just had Tanner Est join us. Hello, Tanner. So welcome, and so we've got So Wayne, why don't you start on this one?
Yeah, it's a very likable image. It's, there's a little bit of a story to it. The tree in question is a giant compared to the ones in the background and around it. So, the story is giants grow in the forest. So, it's well done. The colors and exposure are great, and I think it's an excellent photo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. It's got lots of character, lots of texture in this image, and it's very well exposed. Like I say, the front here, it almost looks like a foot, with the toes in it, and the moss in the background, from there. Again, it's well filled, with the whole canvas, and your eyes don't travel off from this image. It's you've got lots to look at, so your eyes constantly looking around, and but it doesn't go off. So it's a well done shot. Now this one, there was no title. This one came in late. In the future, like if you could title your images, would be great, and we'll put them up, and sometimes it helps. But I'll start off on this image, and this one's, like when you're shooting eagles, you're always kind of looking up. You're always kind of looking up the nostrils and butts of birds, from the low position. And this one here I like it because it's kind of framed the eagle with these two big tree trunks in there, it's very well exposed. I like the white of the eagle, the beak, everything looks very sharp, and again, it's an environmental photo, and it's always be great if we could get some of the branches out of the way and just kind of have a clear shot at the bird, but that's not what always happens. So anyway, it's a nice shot. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think it is a nice shot there. I just think there might be a little bit too much of open space to the right there a little bit. if maybe it was cropped just a little bit more in there
Mm-hmm.
to the right. I know it's tough sometimes to crop because some sensors you can only crop so much,
Yeah, yeah.
but it could have been maybe, I think, just my personal, it could have been cropped just a little bit more in there, so we don't have that big tree trunk on the right. Just kind of that kind of pulls you out of the picture a little bit too, I think.
Uh-huh.
It just,
Yeah,
anyways,
you're right.
it's
Yeah, you could crop a little bit off the right. But
yeah.
then
I think that's all it needs, just a little bit of
yeah,
cropping.
yeah. But then you
But
got to
it's a
remember.
nice photo.
Yeah, but you got to remember. Then it kind of puts the eagle in the center. But I mean, I do like the eagle kind of offset a little bit in this shot. So
Yeah, yeah. And then of course it could be an environmental shot. You know, you kind of want everything in there to tell the story. So there's so
hmm
many different ways you could,
yeah,
you know, analyze a photograph.
uh
But
huh,
it's very nice.
yeah, yeah. No, it's nicely done. So okay, so let me go to the next one. And here we got some architecture, and I've renamed this RBC since it wasn't named. So I saw the RBC logo, so I kind of named it RBC. But black and white. What do you think, Mike?
I like it.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
haven't.
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't crop anything. I'll just leave it the way it is. It looks good to me.
Yeah, I mean it's got a nice kind of layering of buildings in there, all
Yeah,
well
it's kind of
exposed.
balanced.
Yeah, yeah, well balanced
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like the sky in it. It's probably it was
yeah. Me
probably a
too.
blue sky. So it
Probably.
yeah, and then it just darkened off. And I think this was probably done in silver effects, if I remember. Maybe Wayne can tell us some more.
Yeah, it's nice.
Absolutely. It's, I think, day one of trying out a new camera. So I did take the picture. I was very impressed with the sharpness of
Oh,
all
you
the
took the
buildings in
picture,
there. In
Wayne.
fact, there's a couple of pictures that are similar to this, but it was done in color, and then I took it into Photoshop, and then used Nick's silver effects too, and underexposed is what the program's called there. But I was very happy with it, and I think that was probably my first or second shot right out of this camera. So when you look at it closely, you can see that it's very sharp all over,
Yeah.
and I like it a lot. In fact, I think in future you're going to see a lot of my images are in black and white because I'm actually starting to look at that a lot closer and enjoy it a little bit more. So
Yeah.
I like
Looks
the
great.
image.
Yeah. Yeah, because this
Thank
one
you.
was
Looks
shot on
great,
the
Wayne.
Fujifilm, the X100V, and shot at 1/70th of a second at 2.8. So even at 2.8, you've got nice sharpness in there, and you've got quite a depth of field. So this camera
Yeah,
just
I think if I did that again, I would shoot it at f8 or f11. F8, f2.8. I actually, now that I remember, I am surprised that it came out as sharp as I did.
I know.
Because,
I mean that camera,
generally,
that Fuji, incredible. Yeah, you can see the settings
yeah,
up on the
yeah.
top there.
Uh,
Yeah, so 23 millimeters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's but at 2.8, generally, just the stuff that's close to the lens is going to be sharp. But
yeah,
this is sharp all the way around, and
yeah.
it almost looks like it's f11 or f16.
yeah. I mean for the
I like the way
sharpness.
you got it balanced there, Wayne.
Oh.
I like the
Yeah,
way you got it
yeah,
balanced on
and
both sides there. If you would crop it,
something.
I don't
No,
think it
I
wouldn't
didn't.
look right.
This isn't cropped.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah,
It
it looks
came
good.
right out of the. It came right out of the camera as is, which is a very high pixel configuration. I think it's 4160 by 2800 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you actually you
but
downsized it for me, but yeah, it's quite.
Oh yeah. But it's still the same image, just downsized slightly.
Yeah, Francis was asking Wayne the camera and the
What camera?
lens. Yeah.
Yeah. So Francis, it's a. I just invested in a new Fuji camera. I know. I'm a Nikon guy.
Yeah.
But I did like the photos that I saw from Paul Wright on this channel a few weeks ago. Asked him what camera he's got, and he basically advised me that what I wanted was a Fuji X100V.
Yeah.
And so I went out and bought one, and very happy with it. It's got a 23.9 millimeter lens on it. It's a fixed lens. There's no interchangeable lenses. So it's what I wanted was something that I could carry around in my pocket. The days of me packing a big camera with lenses and stuff are over unless it's a special occasion. So I'm going to try and do a little more street photography. And I wanted a lens or a camera that I could really put in my pocket, walk around the downtown area or wherever I am, and take some pictures without breaking my back.
Okay, guys, just hold on. I had a bit of a technical glitch here. I don't know what the heck happened here. My thing moved on me, and I can't. Let me see if I can maybe get it back here. And
You're back.
I'm back here. Just wait. I got more screens than Carter's got pills, I tell you. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, I think I had an email. I was trying to check an email from Alan Bargan was in. He's watching, but the channel. So I don't think he's on the chat. But yeah, thanks, Alan, for letting me know. But yeah, okay. So let's go on to the next photo here. So. And this one here, and I spelt fall wrong, but forget the spelling because I was trying to do everything for everybody, and it's sometimes it's, you do screw up, but yeah.
Nice. I like the reflection in the water.
Yeah, it's.
Obviously, that was taken a few months ago.
Yeah.
But because of the colors, but you've managed to get just about all the colors in the rainbow in there, and it's a very colorful image. I think it really tells a story.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's one of the photos that you have to have the horizon right in the center to balance it. So
yeah,
you've done a great job.
I think you're
that.
right. With this sort of a reflection and the colors, it just makes sense to split it right down the middle and keep it that way. Now this was shot on a D70 and 1/50th of a second on f/4.5. It was ISO 200. So it's at 44 millimeters. So but yeah, it is a cool one. And it almost looks like, on my end, it looks like it might have had some sort of filtering done to it, but that's why I named this fall paintbrushes, because they look like color paintbrushes kind of sticking up there. So I'm taking a little bit of leeway as the moderator here to name some of these because they weren't named. So, but it was Larry's. Now, what... I don't know if Larry can say anything else. He's in the chat. Whether he want to make a comment about it, let us know, and we'll bring that up. But it is a cool landscape, almost a pano type of an image here. Well done, Mikey. What do you think?
Oh, it's a great shot. I wish I could get one like that. It's a nice shot. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on and see what we got next. Okay, so this one here is from someone just fairly new, I guess, in the photography. This was taken. This is at 1/1600th of a second at f4 ISO 500, 30 millimeter, and daffodils. And this was taken on. Let me look on a Sony. This was taken on a Sony. So yeah, so you got lots of color. Now, I'll start off this one, and my thing with this is I always hate hot spots, and if you notice on here, you've got the hot spots. So when you're looking at images, to whether you're showing them or printing them, is look to see if you see the hot spots, and you'll see along the top right hand corner there's a big white blur, couple of spots beside it, and then a couple over. If you can kind of darken those off, and it'll make a huge difference on there, because right away your eye goes to that white spot on the top corner, top right corner. Otherwise, it's a nice capture, with nice colors. You got the layering of the flowers in there. So
Yeah, I agree, Frank. I think that he's or she has filled the frame. Great. I mean, it's really does tell a story. I would say that the flower is pretty close to the end of its life, given that they're drooping over and everything. But it's well taken, and other than that hotspot, I think it's an excellent image.
Yeah. So it is. Okay. So yeah, I just got a call here. Watching you guys discuss photos, but I can't figure out how to join the group. So Ellen wants to join us. So you guys start on the next photo, and I'm going to send him a link. So anything else to say on this, Mike?
I like it, but to be honest, my eyes are getting kind of a bit lost in it. The colors are nice and everything, but I think it would be if whoever photographed it's nice, but it needs to focus a little more on one of the main subjects.
Yeah,
it's kind of tough. I can't tell if it's the top one. It's kind of a little bit blurry. I guess she has the one in the bottom there. It's my eyes are kind of wandering around quite a bit there.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is a nice photograph. It's clear in the bottom. I think whoever photographed it's trying to show the image. I think that's the main subject is the bottom one, I think. But I think it would be nice if it was up a little bit higher. And like you said, Frank, about the hot spots in the corner.
Yeah.
But there's so many things again with the photograph, you can pick apart. But colors are nice and everything. Yeah, the depth of field is a nice drop off. But I get a little bit lost looking at the image there, to see what I'm actually supposed to be looking at.
Okay.
But still very nice. Very nice.
All right, so this one here, and I'll let you guys start while I just got to reply to Alan here. I'm going to send him a link to join us here. All he has to do is click on the link, and I'll bring you into the chat, Alan. Yep, it should be. Yeah, you should. I've sent that off, so you should get it shortly. So he'll join in. Mike, you want to start on this one?
I like it just the way it is. I kind of like the way the tree's coming up on the left there, kind of moving in towards the. And obviously the main subject is the little shack there. And I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Colors are vibrant.
Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the light falling on the bunker from above.
Yeah.
It's a very colorful
it
object.
is.
You're not going to expect that. You're walking through the forest and you see this, especially those bottom colors. It's impressive. It makes you want to stop, whip your camera out and take a picture of it. And I think that you or whoever did it has framed it very well in between the trees, and they've got
I agree.
green above and below it.
Yeah. Now, believe it or not,
well done.
There's nothing done to this image. I took this straight out of my Z6. It was on the 24-70 at f4.5, 24 millimeters, and the Z6 seems to have this ability to give it this vibrancy when straight out of the lens, so I don't know. I mean, I didn't do anything. I mean, there was a beautiful light coming down.
You may have your film simulation, as they call it in other cameras, set to vivid, because there's no doubt in my mind that's a very vivid image.
Yeah. Okay, we have somebody is joining us here. We lost them. Okay, so it left, but so But yeah, no, I mean it's I really like this image for people that don't know where it is. This is along the ocean. This is an old bunker that was out by UBC, and you can kind of come down some stairways, and this is by the nude beach, just the very far end of the nude beach. So that's what
I
we
think
had.
Frank.
Yeah.
I think Frank, if it didn't have that color punch to it, like it's there, it would look a little bit flat.
Yeah,
But it really looks good with that powerful color punch to it.
yeah, I mean, on my screen, it's not as punchy as what it looks on for us on here. So when I'm looking at it on Lightroom, it's a little bit not quite as vivid. But anyway, I guess it's just the way the monitors work, So in there, so. But yeah, I really like this. I thought it was a great place to photograph. People should go down there and take some shots of this. Especially now with the leaves are coming back on the ground or the trees again. So, okay, so here's another one. So this one's I'm not sure who took this one, but with the heron. And again, like I say, we're always looking up at these birds. It looks like the wind was blowing a little bit. It's kind of ruffling the feathers. Everything is sharp, he's kind of looking down at you. And but yeah, I mean it's a busy image, but it's nice to see the background is a little bit blurry. It would be nice to have a little bit more of a blurb in there, so it wouldn't be as busy.
I was going to agree with that, Frank.
Yeah.
Just a little more blur, but still nice.
So we've got just a second. I'm just going to bring in Alan here. There he is. Alan's in here. Hey, Alan, welcome.
Hi.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So welcome. So thanks for coming along and helping us with this image. Let me see if I can just bring you up, zoom you up a little bit here. Hold on.
I can go to full-size screen.
I'll bring you in. There we go. I'll bring you in there. We'll just keep you there. So that's pretty good. So we have the power to change everything, Alan. Welcome. Anyway, so hey, now that you're in here, give us a comment on this little heron here. We've got just a second. I'm just going to bring in Alan here. Oh, someone's got
Hi, folks.
yeah. Now, I think you still have the YouTube audio on.
I have a hand here somewhere.
Yeah, I know. We can see you. Yeah. Your YouTube audio is still on, I think. You're getting a bit of feedback.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Bring you up, zoom you up a little bit there. Hold on.
I can go to full-size screen.
I'll bring you in. There we go. I'll bring you in. There.
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty good. Find it? You have the power to change everything, Alan. There's a little
are you getting
icon.
any echo now?
There's a little icon, Alan, just right at the bottom there to the left with the speaker on it, and click on that, and you should be able to turn that sound off.
Hi, folks.
Yeah. No, I think we still have the YouTube audio on.
I have a hand here somewhere.
Yeah, I know. We can see you. Yeah. Your YouTube audio is still on, I think. You're getting a bit of feedback.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
That's on we're watching it on the YouTube, not the one that you joined in on, but the one that you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
And when you put your cursor up there, it should pop up, and you'll have where you can kind of pause it, and right beside it there should be a little speaker you can just go across in it. Little icon, Alan, just right at the bottom there to the left with the speaker on it. You click on that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so now you can hear us from this side of it. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah. So
Okay,
sorry
Alan,
about that.
continue.
Oh, was I going to do something on this
Yeah,
one?
you were going to say something about this image here.
Well, first of all, I have to qualify how you guys are talking about photographs. If I listen to what was being said prior to joining, the general comments are you're like for a picture, you're not critiquing them. Is that right?
Sorry. Yeah. We're critiquing. So and I just. Okay, just a sec. I have Ricky Ricardo. How do I get on the chat? Rick. Okay, so, all right. Here we got one more person. I got room for one more. Just hold on a sec. Okay, Rick. We've got. I put the link in the chat there. Click on that, and we'll bring you in. So I got one more. We have room for one more, but yeah. Now, Wayne, do you have any comments on here?
I thought it was a good image. I would bring up the exposure just a bit. Mm-hmm. I think it's, at least on my screen, it's looking a little dark. It's a little difficult to see the under the feathers there. So I guess if they did it in Lightroom or something, I would bring up the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it a little bit, you know, at my end, but it is a little dark under its chest there. So, but other than that, yeah. It's
other than that, the blue sky in the background doesn't really bother me. I mean, you're going to get that with bird images.
Oh, so, yeah. I mean, you're shooting up.
You can't go around and darken them all. But overall, it's a good image. You know?
Okay. Okay. So here we've got now this one is from, I believe this was from Rick's in Victoria. This was shot on a Nikon D40, and I'm not sure where this was taken, but Mike, do you want to start off on this?
I like the colors. I like the sky. I like everything about it. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Rick has joined us here now, so let me just bring him in. Okay, Rick, you're here. You're on. Oh, yeah, you're just in time because I think this is your image, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, good show. So tell us about this. Where was this taken?
This is taken just outside of the eastern gates of Yellowstone, driving towards Billings, Montana.
Okay.
Called the Tooth Pass Highway. And I'm at approximately over 11,000 feet.
Wow, okay.
In isolation there, so above the tree line. And that highway's only open 3 months a year.
Okay, and I know exactly where it is then. Yeah, okay.
Otherwise it's closed due to snow.
Yeah.
But it's just like being on top of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I mean, I really like the image there with those clouds. I mean, there's lots of action in those clouds, and it'd be, I would love to see them really stormy looking, dark and angry, to get that in there. But it's very cool. I mean, you can see it from the foreground. I can see starting off on the bottom here and going into the mid and then the back, and then you get little clouds kind of floating around. It's just a great capture. And I think you took this at 1/200th of a second at f/7.1 200 ISO, so it's a nice sharp image. You got lots of depth of field in it. So, Alan?
Hey, Frank, can you increase the size of my screen?
What are you watching it on, an iPhone?
No, I've only got like maybe a fifth of my screen showing here.
Okay, because that's, yeah.
But I'm on a huge monitor.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of monitor you're watching it on, but it should take probably 3/4 of your screen. Should be the photo.
Yeah. That's what it was before until you told me to click mute or something. Share screen. Does that do anything?
I don't know that. No, that was you're sharing something with me. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you? You didn't turn your YouTube off, did you? Because you might be watching. There's two. We lost Rick again. There's two systems going here. One that we're on here, that I'm broadcasting, and then there's another system that you're actually watching on YouTube. If you're on the YouTube channel, you're actually watching the broadcast we're doing. We're broadcasting here out to YouTube. So.
Okay. Join. So I'm going to join up again.
Okay. Okay, so let me bring you in here again. Oh, who's joining in here? Okay, you got to kick. I got to kick you out first, Alan. You're already in here, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna kick you out. Now come back in again. Try it again. There's only room for 5 people. Okay, so anyway, we'll continue on here. Oh, okay, there he is. Okay. Okay, so you're back in again.
Yeah, my humble apologies, gentlemen.
Okay, so you're back in again. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
yeah. So anyway, no, I mean, I think this is a beautiful shot here. With, lots of things happening in the image, which is what we're always looking for. It's rather than having just a straight blue sky. So, Mike.
It's beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Okay.
well, I have a few words on this one, Frank.
Yep. Okay.
The,
Fire away.
You know, as a landscape, it's very, very well taken and considered. Whoever took this picture was careful about what he included, or he or she included in the entire frame, including splitting the sky and the earth almost into 2 equal halves here. That works so very well here because you've got such a very strong, stormy, it's not really stormy, but cloud-filled sky that really balances the picture very nicely. There's as much to see in that sky as there is actually in the foreground itself.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, this was
ahead.
Rick's. Yeah, this was Rick's image. So.
Okay.
Looks like you shot that with a polarizer.
No.
No, can't hear you, Rick.
No?
No.
No, there you are.
No.
No, your sound is off, Rick.
Oh, you muted. Muted yourself, Rick. You muted it. You got to turn the sound back on. Okay, I got to go on the next shot here. So, okay. And I call
I
this
had more
one the
to say
Vancouver
about
Hotel. Yeah. I'm just gonna make a note here for Rick. Unmute yourself. So anyway, so Rick's muted himself in here, so he's hit a button there somewhere. So, oh, now he's gone. Anyway, Wayne, start off on this. Let's keep it going here.
Okay.
Okay,
Again,
good.
I
Okay,
guess,
Rick. Yeah.
Alan and Rick weren't there. I'll own up to this image. It's the first day I had a new camera, so I was trying various things. I wanted to get some buildings in it, and so I took this shot in color and managed to keep other buildings out of this one. Took it into Photoshop, then into Nick's Silver FX Pro underexpose program. I was very happy with the outcome of the shot. I think it looks good. I know that it's at 2.8, and I can't believe how sharp it is even at the top. You can see all the bricks. You know, when you're see it at full size, you can see all the bricks on the building. You know, and it came out very sharp. So I'm very impressed with the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wayne, a question for you, if I may.
Fire away.
Okay, well, you know, I often wonder about the relevance of shots like this. This is very nice, by the way. My compliments for getting it done. There's a couple of little things that might fix it up a little bit, but when you take a shot like this, are you purposely going for that the building slant that you know gets smaller as it goes up into the stratosphere?
Well,
Or is that
this
your
one I
camera?
was, but normally I take it into Lightroom and straighten the buildings out. But I took it into Lightroom and straightened it out. I didn't like it. I liked it more on the slant like this. I'm looking up and sort of to the side because I'm not right in front of it, as you'll notice. So I am
Yeah,
off to the side, and it goes up. So what I wanted to do is get down low, which I believe I did. As you can see, trees in the foreground there along the bottom edge, and then sort of angle my camera up into the left a bit, and that's the way it came out. And I've got a couple more that are similar to this. One at the end there that'll be a little bit surprising, given these are black and white. But that's as I was saying, with a new camera, so I was happy with it.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do where you're going to have a straight up and down building like this with this size. There's no way you're going to have it straight up and down. It's always going to be leaning somewhere. I think it just it's just cool the way it is. With that sky and you filled it all up. So and it's sharp. Like I'm constantly blown away at that 2.8. It's just it's sharp. Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the shot. I like all the little windows, little square windows, or the way they're all. I like the slant to it also, in this particular shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rick, what do you think?
Am I on the mic?
You're on. Yep, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thought I might have on this photo would be to open up the whites in it a little bit and make the building a little brighter so it stands out.
Mm-hmm.
Just a suggestion that might work. That you've got the dark sky and the dark windows. Just take that white in Adobe Camera Raw or something and move it to the right and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Brighten up the subject itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
Just look dark.
So this one here came in, and I'm not sure whose this is, whether the person's here watching, but we've got almost kind of a floral Abby LeBlanc. Okay, yeah. So it's
it's kind of a picture through a wet window or a window with rain on it.
That's
so
what it looks
it's
like.
actually really got a very clever exposure to it in that the water droplets are fairly well exposed and the flower is a bit soft.
Mm-hmm.
Yet that works really nicely for this picture.
Yeah. It almost looks like there's a sheet of glass over top of it, and they're kind of shooting down because you're shooting right down into the flower itself. So it,
who knows?
Yeah.
That'd be a texture over top of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And it works effectively, but that's maybe what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had Abby join us, so welcome, Abby. So yeah. And here we've got somebody in a boat looking at a seal on a floating piece of ice, I believe. I call this freezing my butt.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Francis was saying that was a multiple exposure on that one prior. So, yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, Mike, you want to start off on this one?
I like the colors. The colors look a little bit hot. The red's popping out, but that's my screen, and I got a calibrated screen. It's a nice shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that you've got a group of people. The weather looks just terrible. I mean, there's snow flying, everybody's freezing their butt, and I don't know who climbed on there and take a shot back at these people, but someone's on the ice to do this. So yeah,
it does look cold.
Yeah, it is cold, and they've turned it into pano. So which for this image, that's what they would have to do. I think it's just to crop, but I mean, you can see the sky. It's just a gray sky, so it's pretty bad.
It's just like when I was in Newfoundland last year, or 2019.
Yeah,
Same kind of image, gray sky.
Yeah. We just had another comment.
You might want to
coming.
straighten that. You might want to try to straighten that sky up a little bit. It's leaning to the right a little.
Is it leading? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I think Larry's out in the audience, so he'll see that. So maybe we can do that in there. But yeah, I mean, it's the colors. It's everything's vibrant. But it's just, again, it's something, the weather we can't control. That's part of it. So. And here, Rick, why don't you start off on this one?
Well, what to say? I think I know where that is. It looks like a field in Fort Langley. There's a pretty famous red farmhouse there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But,
yeah. It's almost iconic in some ways. The red farmhouse. It stands out like a big neon sign on it. My suggestions that the maker might have considered would be the stuff in the foreground is distracting. I don't know what that is, shadows or vegetation, and that can be easily removed.
Yeah.
And then perhaps cropping that thing to move that house further into the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And just maybe tighten up the whole crop on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little tight in terms of everything's kind of centered, but yeah, like you say, if you can move that off the side, would be good. But Wayne?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. The only thing, if they're able to in Photoshop or Lightroom, maybe bring some clouds in, have a little more interest in the photo. It's kind of one of. I mean, you're looking at a red farmhouse, and that's it, basically. So, yeah, if they cropped it in quite a bit and made the house the center of attention, I think it would do a lot for it. Mm-hmm. And maybe bring a couple of clouds in to, offset that blue sky.
Yeah.
Photoshop sky.
Alan, what do you think?
Oh, I totally agree, and I think someone was just about to say this, but in Photoshop now you can replace that sky in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
it's really quite amazing. So, my compliments to the photographer here for a really, really well exposed red building, and who doesn't love a red building?
Yeah, he's right above you.
I totally agree.
The photographer's right above you.
The comments about the foreground, I think they're just parts of a plant or something. They are distracting and should be taken out.
Yeah,
I took that in a moving vehicle with about a 3-megapixel camera. I was just flying by, and I just shot a quick picture out the window.
Well,
and at the time, I didn't have the Photoshop because I didn't like the little weeds in front of it either. But years ago, I didn't know how to do that, so I just left it as is.
Did you take that with a Fuji FinePix P30?
Yes, I think I did. Yeah.
Oh, because that's what it shows up on my and
okay, that's what it was.
And you're the Nikon guy.
Well, that was way back, Frank.
Yeah, well done,
yeah.
Mike.
I shot that. I was driving.
Now we're learning about you, Mike.
I shot it out the window.
Oh, that's that.
Am I the only Canon guy here?
Yeah, you are. I think, unless Rick is, I'm not sure.
Mike, is that in Fort Langley?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
somewhere, yeah, just off of. It's in Langley somewhere, but you're right. It is, a little red house there. Yeah. But I just happened to see it, and I had my little Fuji camera on my seat, and I had the window rolled down, and I just kind of went bam like that and kept on going.
I don't know. Moving vehicle is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. So here we've got 1/60th of a second, f/22 ISO 1250 at 22 millimeters, and this was shot on a Canon.
Oh, that probably explains why it's not in focus.
Yeah, it's f/22. Yeah, it's just crazy.
No, it's having trouble loading it in focus is what it's.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I think what it is, from when I'm looking at it here on the screen in Lightroom, it looks like they've put a white kind of a vignette around it. From what I can tell, it looks like a white vignette. Now I could be wrong. It could be maybe just the way it was photographed, but it looks quite to soften or hide some of the distracting around that frog. But I think what maybe they should have done is probably darkened the edges rather than lighten it, because it would bring more attention to the frog, because that's the center of attention. That's where you want it. And right now it's kind of, for me, it's a bit almost even Steven with the leaves to the frog. There's no real difference between them other than just a little shade of green, so.
They should have probably darkened those 3 or 4 objects in the upper right side.
They're water
there.
droplets. Water droplets.
Yeah.
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 Mike?
I agree with you, Frank. I would have darkened vignette to darken. I would have gone the opposite way. Instead of your eyes spreading out, they're kind of leaving the image a little bit. It looks a little bit flat. But yeah, if they just bring it in, darken it up, I think a little more color punch to it, just a little bit. And yeah. Okay.
Ellen?
I was just wondering, how does that look nice and sharp on your screen?
It looks soft to me even on my screen. It almost looks like
mine too. Mine too. It looks soft.
Yeah, it's just a tad soft. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing that you could do in post processing is just select that frog and bring it up a little sharper.
Yeah.
It's a curious picture, so it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean it's I think it's a tree frog. That they're tiny little things on the leaves.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is too is like everything light. Like as soon as you see a light spot, your eyes just tend to go right there, and you want to try to eliminate. I think any of these, you should try to really look at. To me, I look at the photo and try to find every little distraction and see what you could do, how you can improve it with these. And that's the comments that I can have on this. But this is a little soft, so making sure when you're taking an image to sharpen it and make sure it is sharp. So okay, I call these 2x2.
Somebody on a field trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Wayne?
Well, those are pretty big cameras or lenses. Yeah, I take it this was probably down in Costa Rica.
Yeah, I'm glad you said cameras, not people.
Well, I was going to say something about Mike's bald head, but then I've got a bald head too, so
yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think I got too much sun.
Yeah, I threw this in
yeah.
because I thought it's a square image. There was 2 of us, 2 cameras, 2 guys, square image. I thought it's just working for this and yeah, I mean this was done on an iPhone, so I thought it's pretty cool. But yeah, I know. What do you think, Ellen?
Nice travel picture.
Yeah. And this was and you know what? There's a photo coming up later on in this episode that we're shooting right here. You'll see it as it comes up. But I had a question here for next time. Will you guys have another critique session? I'd like to submit one for the next time. That's Amber Lee. She's from Kerrisdale Cameras in Ironwood. So yes, Amber Lee, you can send it to me anytime, and I'll store them, and we'll do another one probably near the end of April. We'll have another session like this for photos, so you can even send more than one. But yeah, what do you think, Rick?
I like square crops.
Yeah.
I don't think they're used enough. They're unique. It works for this thing. And it tells a story of. I just wonder what's on the other end of of those two lenses because
We'll show you. It's coming up. It's coming up.
that's
So
Costa Rica. I'm sure there's a nice target on the end of those lenses. So.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So, but yeah. So okay. So we got this one here. Simple. As it, like, I mean, for anything to be strong in photos, it's got to be simple. And you can't get any simpler than this. The lighting.
I could have used that for my salad pan.
Yeah.
I think the author's done a great. The light here. He's got it dark in the corners, and it really. He's got some diagonals there. He's got good lighting. As you said, it's a very simple photo, so it works out well. He's filled the frame.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, definitely Dave from Victoria did a great job on this. I really liked the lighting, technique on there is just perfect, so and it just keeps your eye right to that center long leaf in there. And as you said, diagonals are just great, and everything kind of leads into towards the top there. Mike?
I agree with Wayne. I like everything. I like the punchy colors and the dark. It just sets off the leaves, kind of almost like on my screen. Almost looks like a little bit of three-dimensional, a little bit. That's my screen, but the shot is beautiful. A little bit of
layering, a little bit of layering when I look at the
beautiful.
Alan?
Yeah, it's a curious image in that. There are a number of leaves here that all sort of work together to make a complex picture without actually taking away the sharpness and the outline of the primary leaf, which is that one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody took time to find that exposure before he took it.
Yeah. No, I don't know if there's been much work done on it after the fact, but Dave Hutchinson has been doing a lot of forestry type photography with the trees and the greenery. So it's one of his. So and I don't think he's here with us. He's on a workshop tonight, but maybe you could tell us maybe next time in there. And I just had another question here. I missed sending in a picture for this. How can I send one for another time? The email should be, Leanne, the email should be in the description below the YouTube. If not, just send me an email and you can send them to me that way and I'll store them for next time. So, okay. Rick, why don't we start with you?
Beautiful. I love it. It tells a story. A nice black and white. The only thing I may have personally done with this one would be to darken up the blacks a little bit, bring a little bit more contrast out in it. But yeah, I mean, the dust, the ones in the background that are just reminders of what's behind the leaders there.
Yeah.
It tells a magnificent story, and it's a great wildlife shot. Maybe a bit soft, but that's hard to tell. I'm looking at this on my iPad.
I'm looking at my end. Everything is very sharp at my end on the screens. Sometimes it's those lines that the way we see them to kind of, but it is sharp, So okay.
So I've developed a little trick that works really nicely in pictures like this, where you can't decide whether it's sand or noise or grain, whatever it might be. So in Photoshop now, and I'm not promoting Photoshop, but I use it a lot. Mm-hmm. I would have brought this into a Photoshop and then run it through a filter, maybe like the Topaz sharpen filter. Which would allow you to bring that up. It would allow you to get rid of anything it thinks is noise, and you would be surprised how it pops the color and makes the images look sharper because it takes out a lot of that sand effect without hurting the picture.
Yeah, I think this, in this one here, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of dust. Like these guys are running, so you see that's all dust in there coming through. So, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I think this photo works in this pano. I think that's the only way to really do this one, because the way that they're kind of running almost single file, kind of running towards the photography here. So I think it's very well done. And I might say also maybe just the blacks, if the blacks could be just a little bit blacker, but that's just kind of nitpicking, I think, so yeah.
No, this is a great picture, though. It's worth taking a few extra minutes to make it a better picture.
Yeah.
Or a greater picture.
Yeah, because this one was shot at like f4, ISO 800 and 1/250th of a second. So, and it was at 175 millimeters. On with the 70 to 200 f2.8 that they're shot on. So, but it's still, I mean, from when I'm looking at it on my screen here, it looks really good. It looks sharp. But I think, where Rick was saying that it'd be nice to get just a little bit more in the black, just a touch more, I think would really add it a little bit more. What do you think, Wayne?
I agree with all of the thoughts. I maybe add a little vignette, darken the edges a little bit more. That would bring out the stripes that people have mentioned to make it a little darker. I think that, overall, it might be one stop overexposed. I don't know. Would you agree with that, Alan?
I would, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, this is one of those days in Africa where there's so much dust in the air, because this is probably a huge herd, that it looks like there's an overcast sky, which really isn't the case. It's just dust in the air.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I really like this. I mean, this would be great on a wall. Like a big, huge panel on a wall. I don't know. The dimensions are only 1920 by 731. I don't know if they cropped it to send it to me, but I'd love to see this on a big wall. Pretty cool.
It would look really good in canvas too.
Probably, yeah.
Probably,
Say a slight dehaze adjustment in Photoshop and applied with, and then if you use Topaz denoise AI, would the photo jump off the page out? Dehaze
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's lots of variations you could do with this photo. Yep. You could make it the sepia. You could make it more black and white. This is kind of a monochrome, but more black and white. You could put the color back into it. Lots of variations of this image could be done.
You could also give the third zebra in from the front back, his ears back.
Yeah, you could do that. I don't know who's got them, but yeah. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay. Who wants to start?
Wow.
Mike.
Well, to me it looks blurry. I might again, maybe just the way it's coming through.
It is blurry. It is.
Pardon?
It is soft. It is soft.
It's just kind of a blurry. My eyes are kind of. It's a nice shot, but my eyes are kind of just going all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're really trying to. I don't know if that drop on the end, that little drop of water, maybe they were trying to focus on. Then you got the bright colors in the back. They kind of pull you out of the image if they're trying to get the main image in there. Just little things. Yeah, it just should be a little sharper.
Yeah.
A lot sharper.
Is this from an iPhone?
Let's have a look. It is from an iPhone 8. Yes. Yeah. It's this is how we learn to take photographs. Don't do this one again. Yeah. And again, like when you look at these, I mean, the idea it's great, but I think what happens here is the background all of a sudden pops up into the foreground. You know, because everything's all about the same brightness color, and like Mike was
That's
saying,
what I'm
it's hard
saying,
to
Frank.
differentiate what the maker's trying to emphasize here. So, I mean, those water droplets, like if it was sharp, it'd be kind of cool to see the water droplets really sharp, because you see all little pictures within those droplets. So, you know, another time, it just and I think, you know, for people that do take iPhone photos, I mean, you can, the composition's a good composition, but try to steady yourself somehow to make this shot I guess sharper, you know, that because this was shot at 1/20th, so obviously it probably was either the leaf was moving or the photographer was moving, because it's not as sharp as it should be. Wayne, you good?
Yeah, no, agree with all the comments. I would cut the the green the bottom left-hand corner right out. For some reason my eye goes directly there before anything else.
Yeah, these corners. I mean, corners are really important when you're looking at a photo, is to eliminate any sort of hot spots from corners, because your eyes tend to go down and they just kind of go right off the canvas. So try to eliminate. You know, I put a dark vignette on every one of my images, whether it be a heavier one but a light one. But there's a vignette on every one of my shots. So just to keep our eyes,
The same applies even on the bottom right-hand side, that little squiggle through there.
Yeah. All those things, they just, you know, when you look at them, this is why I always say, if you're going to send something in for competition or print it, check that out over and over, or even get somebody else to look at it and pick out these little hot spots, because as the person taking it, you don't necessarily see some of these. You know, it just over time, when you watch critiques and suggestions, I think you will pick up these hot spots on your images, and so it just takes time. Okay, so here we got another one. This is a 1/400th of a second f9 ISO 200, and this was taken on an Olympus.
Well, what a gorgeous picture! Holy mackerel! The butterfly, or I presume that's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Is so well placed in the photograph that you know, you can get the sense of the insect flying. The wing spread is the exact perfect time to have taken this picture, because it gives us all the color throughout the tail, for example, in all that wonderful detail.
Mm-hmm.
You could even see the I'll call them antenna, the feelers on the front of the insect.
And thrombus or something like that.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
And even the bright white is not such a bother here, because that animal is so dark.
Yeah.
Or the insect is so dark.
Well, you know what? It looks like it's almost like a two-piece image here, because the butterfly, I can see the fuzz on its back is tack sharp, and then the bottom layer is like a painterly type of a canvas, and it looks like they've kind of set the butterfly on top of it. So to me, that's what it almost looks like. It's two images, but I could be wrong here, and I'm just guessing. So, and I don't know if the maker's out watching on this one or not. So.
It's my image.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Rick, tell us about it then. Yeah.
And what it is, it's one image with a topaz texture applied just to the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then you erase the texture from the butterfly itself.
Oh, okay, so that's why I thought there was like two layers here. So that's how it was done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a very strong image.
You know what? I like the.
Huh?
Yeah. I think there was a comment a few slides back that they should have darkened it. Well, I'll tell you, the soft white vignette around this image really makes it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the strongest points. Is that soft white light or filtered light around the butterfly. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, hold your eye in on this one. So yeah, very well done, Rick.
Thank you.
And this one here.
What the heck is that?
What the
I
heck
know
is
it's
it?
a
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
It's a heron. I don't know
heron?
whose it is,
Oh,
but,
it's a young one.
but it is a
Okay,
heron.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
1/400th of a second, f9, ISO 200. But to me, there's a lot of artifacts in the sky.
Okay.
And, yeah. So I don't know what's happened or what was done to this.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Denoise to the rescue.
Denoise would help this one. I'm not sure it would save
Yeah.
it, but it would help it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why there's so much artifacts in the sky. It's like full of grain and you get a lot of the kind of the highlighty effects around the trees, like chromatic
sure.
aberrations. When you look at the trees, there's all around the edges on them. It's just look like there's a lot of chromatic aberrations. So I don't know if there is something done to this, or this is just the way out of the camera. So.
You know what it looks like?
So
to me
what was
is
his f-stop on this?
think
It was
it's
at F9.
Okay,
think
so
it's a severe-
if it had gone beyond that, maybe 11 or even 18, he would have got the rest of those evergreens in focus as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I think they've cropped it too much and blown it up.
That could be. Maybe it was just it was just
Oh,
cropped. Yeah. 'Cause I don't have any details on the size of it. That they've eliminated that, but yeah. So
I'll bet you that was taken from a long ways away and they've cropped into it to try.
that's possible. That's possible. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So footwork.
Okay, quit horsing around.
I call this footwork
Nice footwork.
because this horse is off the ground all except for its back hind leg.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wayne, let's start with you.
Yeah, I can't quite see what it was taken at. What is it? Is that 1/200th? I can't see.
ISO 1/640th at 2.8 ISO 400, 200 millimeter lens.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they certainly got the right speed for stop motion there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it fills the frame. It's I kind of like it because it's she's against a light background, and then the corners are darkened. So she's or he or whoever has applied a bit of a vignette. So this would be a great picture for a wall or a calendar or something like that.
Yeah. Alan?
Yeah, I agree with Wayne. There's nice action in this picture. The horse and the rider are both very well exposed. Good texture in the horse, and that blue shirt that the rider is wearing is certainly a punch point in a picture like this.
Yeah.
It keeps your vision on that combination. Very nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Rick?
I like the shot. I think, if I'm correct, I think that horse is cantering.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
To me, it's galloping.
No, it's not galloping, that's for sure.
What has to
It
be
does
on
look
the
like
ground.
a canter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the foot on the ground is important if the horse is doing cantering, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's caught. I think that a horse rider would appreciate, and it's sharp. It's the tail's got neat detail in it. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, the horse and the rider are absolutely tack sharp. You've got the fence is just a little bit less sharp, but, just in a softened background. And with the curve of the tail, the way it's kind of flipping around, and the mane of the horse is got good curve. I mean, the rider's going pretty good because she's got her butt up off that saddle. So it's I think it's kind of coming around to do a jump or something. Now, the maker is sitting right above Alan, so maybe you can tell us about it.
Oh, I shot horse shows years ago. I shot this out in I think it was out in Delta somewhere, or Langley, and it was a rainy day. It started to pour rain out, and I was the photographer photographing the horse show for the day there. But I got nice and wet, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah. Are they
Is
jumping
that
here?
skin
Thank you for
tone
the
on
comment.
her the right color, Mike?
I'm sorry?
Is that skin tone on the rider what her color was?
No. This one here it's saturated. I just did it on purpose. I was just playing with one photograph. But you're right. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's a little too saturated for my liking. I was just an experiment.
Another opportunity on this one would be to increase the canvas size and fill in the right-hand side, to the right-hand side, so that it's not so squared on the horse itself.
Yeah.
You'd be making the picture more into a 16:9 format.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the camera size and do a fill on it. You could fill in that and make the fence would continue everything. It would look.
Yeah.
But that's just an opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was shot with a D200 at the time. That was like a
D300.
crop frame.
D300.
300, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay.
That's my favorite animal, Mike.
Yeah. Beautiful horse. Yeah. It's just
Thanks for the
fantastic.
comments.
Yeah. And here we've got another one, and this one we didn't know what to call it. But again,
Building.
2.8, ISO 160, tack sharp from bottom to top.
Well, again, it's mine. Took a picture. I took the picture and one other that you'll see in a minute. The same day, first day I had it. So I kind of liked the buildings leaning into each other, and I didn't do much to the sky except take it into Nick's film or Silver Effects Pro and darken it, and again it was filmed in color and then just taken right in. That's the size I took it. Of course I put it down in pixels to send to Frank, but that's the size it was, so without cropping.
So I have a question for you, Wayne, on the buildings themselves, and the angle that you give these two buildings, the lean, is natural for us to see when we're looking at buildings like this. So in that sense, it works really well. I'm wondering why there's such a difference in exposure between the building on the left and the one on the right. Is that simply because the one on the left was made with brighter brick or something?
Could be a different
It
color.
is.
Yeah, it is. It's the medical dental building at Georgia and Hornby.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
other one is the HSBC building, and it's sort of a brownish brick.
Okay.
And the others are the medical dental is, I would call it an off-white. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reasons I took it. It's the contrast.
Yeah, that
I
camera is
do like
delivering
them.
pretty sharp pictures.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mo.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
So your camera is delivering very sharp pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
looks-
was very
wow.
impressed. First day I used it, so this is probably number 3 out of it.
Great
and
shot.
again, all I did was take it into Nick's and work it around. But I couldn't believe, and Frank, knows now that they're sharp from edge to edge.
Yeah,
It's a 26 megapixel camera.
0.1, yeah. I mean, I did the same thing, Alan. I have the same camera, and I went out from my place into Steveston and photographed through the waters and the harbor and what have you. And I came back and I loaded them into Lightroom, and I was blown away by how sharp those images were compared to what my Nikon, and I always thought my Nikon images were always pretty good, but when I put the two together, this Fuji just blows them away. It just, I don't know what they've done to the Fujis in this, because this is the latest camera they have out. But it's incredible in terms of sharpness. And like you say, here's 2.8, and it's tack sharp from bottom to top. You know, so yeah, so it's they're quite the little walk around cameras. You know, they have a big punch. You know, for the size of it. But I renamed it, Wayne. I said, reach for the sky.
Here,
That's great. Yeah.
It's like
can I make a quick suggestion?
Sure.
You
Yeah.
talked about, you know, how the buildings lean, and I agree, they lean, and I don't have a problem with that. But if you took that building that's the light building, and at the very bottom of it, you got those edges that go up, the window lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And went to the second or third one from the right, right dead in the middle of the picture, and made that
Yeah.
a vertical. If you made that a straight vertical through the picture, then you've got something in the middle of the picture with all angles, but you got something going straight up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can send it in for the next time, Wayne. Redo it and give it a shot and see what it looks like.
I could, you certainly, yeah. I just particularly liked it this way, leaning into each other and the contrast. That's the main reason I did. If I had to do it again, of course, I think you see the little white building, or it is a building in the background and in the center almost. I would take that right out, so it would just be the HSBC building and the medical dental building.
Okay.
It's a nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that picture, but it would be cleaner with that gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now what's coming.
Could you repeat that, Al? I didn't get that part.
Yeah, I said it wouldn't hurt
cleaner-
the way the picture looks. It's a nice picture as is, but it would be cleaner in the sense that, you know, that is a bit of a distraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's at the other end of those two lenses.
That's
isn't
what
it?
it was at the other end of the two cameras. Yeah.
You're right, Rick.
Yeah.
The Quetzal.
Yes. Incredible. We're all packed up, suitcases out on the sidewalk, and this bird shows up outside our door.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
you remember Frank? Remember he jumped from one tree to the other, and he jumped onto that tree,
Oh man.
and we just got a few shots, then he flew
And
away.
it just that was it. What we got,
Yeah.
that was it. It's over and done with and out of here.
But
But,
made multiple trips there without seeing it.
yeah. No, it's yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, it's great shot. So
So that was shot at 500 millimeters, was it?
let's have a look. Yeah, it was full 500. Yes, yep, full 500 millimeter. Yeah, at 5.6 ISO 1600. Yeah, 1/400th of a second. So
Could you select that head and bring it up a little bit?
Yes, nice.
Yeah, there's so
Very
much
sharp.
really good detail there, but there's a lot of noise in there, isn't there?
oh well, yeah. I mean,
Because of the-
Alan, you wouldn't believe how dark it was underneath that tree.
No, I do because
Yeah,
I've been in
Yeah.
similar jungles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Okay.
thinking even at this one though, if you put this gave this guy a little bit more just illumination or light on the head, it would just make it a bit
Yeah,
easier
but
to
yeah,
focus
maybe they have
on.
to work with that. Yeah, there's still room to work with this for sure. And I think I did some cropping on it because there was some kind of distracting branches coming in. But yeah, I like it. I think
We were just lucky at all, Frank,
Yeah.
just to even get the shot.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Because we were just
Yeah.
leaving. We had all our luggage. We were
Yeah.
just walking out the door. Frank
Yeah.
says, "Look at that."
yeah,
And I had to go back in the room and pull all my gear out.
yeah.
Oh
mean, this-
no!
This one is
Mike,
hanging in a
what were
Kerrisdale
you
camera, and
shooting
there's
with in
no,
that
you
picture?
can't see the noise in it. You know, it's on the wall with Kerrisdale camera. So, but yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a-
well,
Mike,
That's a
what
nice-
was your version shot with?
Oh, mine was much better.
Oh. What? Yeah, but you had a bigger lens, didn't you? Or
No,
is that
same
your standard?
Same thing. Yeah.
Frank and I were shooting identical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, mine's about the same.
Okay, so we're moving on here. Okay, so this is another cool shot of. I guess it's not a dragonfly. Yeah. I like the corners. You know, like the darkening of the corners here. Just holds your eye into the center. I love the texture. I love the coloring, the color combinations here. Again, it's just very, very well done. Mike?
I agree, Frank. I like everything. I like the kind of the darkening around the edges. It kind of looks like almost like a forest fire. A little bit like flames going on in the corner there. Yeah, so it's a nice image. Very nice.
So Frank, I was studying this image when you were speaking. So did you do anything from an artistic standpoint here with a tool in Photoshop?
For what? For
It
this?
looks like you turned this into a bit of an artistic exposure.
No, this is not my image. This is not my image.
It's my image.
It's Rick's.
It's my image, and that's totally processed in Topaz.
Yeah.
In
Oh, okay.
Topaz,
Well, say no more.
Topaz,
Yeah.
Topaz pressure into camera raw. It's gone through a lot of filters to.
Yeah. I've got every Topaz filter made, Rick.
Huh?
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that company.
Yeah.
And if you look,
It's a nice shot.
I called this thing the spirit of the dragonfly, and zoom in and look at the head part, or on the body, the skull inside.
Yeah, there's a human head in there.
There's a human
Well, I can see
skull.
eyes in a moon.
Oh.
Not human head, but
Yeah.
anyway. I can
Very
see
cool.
that from
It
here.
almost looks 3D.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
For those who aren't Topaz fans, you should become it, because it's an amazing piece of software.
Yeah.
I have Topaz.
Yeah.
The Topaz is great.
I mean, I'm one of those guys. I like seeing this type of image, Rick, but I still prefer a photo. I'm still a natural photo. Like there is a time and a place for these, and I think when photo competitions go on and like over at the North Shore Challenge, you have this type of photo come in. And then you would say, okay, Mike Quazell. They're two different types of images, but they're being judged as one. And I don't think that should happen. I think these should be totally done on their own and judged and looked after.
I agree.
Because they're a totally different type of an animal.
Yep.
To me, it's an altered reality photo.
Yeah.
In camera. Do you not agree with that?
Yeah. Because it takes some skill to do some of these filters too, and if you're doing anything in Photoshop where you're editing and moving things around, there's a lot of skill involved in that. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a realist. I like real photos. I don't know. What about you, Alan? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I like both forms. To be honest with you, I'm going to use a sports metaphor here because it's a lot of what I do. And if you consider this was a guy on a motorcycle, and I took a picture, that's one thing. But that picture would be the same as probably 100,000 other ones I've taken over the years. But you transfer it with this kind of a concept and make it into something a bit more exciting, that thing will be bought right away.
Oh, I mean,
Because
there's no
I
doubt.
like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt.
I like it because it almost looks ghostly, like the way you've done it, which I really like. It kind of just fades in, if that's the right word. Very transparent, like.
Yeah.
It's a great photo. Great photo. Beautiful.
Picture. Yeah.
Okay.
I
We're
do
moving
both.
on here.
I
Yeah.
both by the
Okay.
artistic type photos and the artistic ones.
So this one here, Wayne.
I can't see the image. It's all blurry.
Oh, it's probably
Mine too. It's all blurry.
downloaded to you. Yeah. I mean,
It's a
I can
network.
see mine, but it on the screen. It's just
Well,
probably
go ahead
down.
and commentate. I can't.
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, it is.
hardly
I
make
mean,
it
when
out.
you look at it, I mean, the horse is wet. It's raining out. There's rain coming down. It's very sharp. The only thing I can comment, there's two things. There's one on the lower, just at about the knee level for the rider. That little white spot in the sky is kind of the hot spots in there. So, other than that, it's I think it's a great image. Well composed, and well exposed. So. And I like the expression on the girl's face because her eyes are kind of looking to the side. You can really see they're looking off the side. So
So is a horse.
yes, it's a horse.
She's-
Yeah,
They're waiting for a go.
yeah. Mike, you took this shot.
Yeah. It was just the rain just got worse, and all the girls, they weren't really too thrilled because they were getting all wet. And don't see too much happiness on their faces. And I think the horse is ready to go back into the barn and eat.
Yeah. It's looking. Maybe it's looking towards the barn. Okay, let's get out of here. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've got about 9 more images to go here, guys. So I'm just gonna speed this up
Sure.
a bit more here. So yeah. Victoria Inner Harbor. And this was taken, it's a 2-second f9 800 ISO, 44 millimeters with the Z 24 to 70 lens.
I like this image.
Yeah.
It's certainly taken in the. And it's made the best of the foreground and the background. It's I like the lighting. There's not much else I can say about it. It's a very interesting picture.
Yeah. I like the kind of the layering of the sky in there with the colors. It just kind of goes from that kind of rust to the deep blue. Well exposed in here again, and it's sharp right from the foreground right to the background. It's well done, in there. So, and this was on another. I think this was on the Z6 also. I think Dave took it on the Z6. So.
I have one little comment about this thing, and it really bothers me. Rotate this picture a little bit to the left and make that square building vertically correct. And,
I was looking at that too, Alan, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks a little bit off. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's the building or just the angle you're looking at it, because I could probably, when you look at that fence just above there, that's pretty well straight. It's
It
level.
does look great. You're right, Frank.
I think it's kind of an optical illusion on something with the building, because
No,
I had the
it's
same
not.
thought too. The building looks like it's sinking there in the back.
Yeah. No, if you straighten that building out, it will not.
Straighten the
else
building
in-
out. Okay, yeah. I mean yeah. Well, maybe
Just
I
rotate.
mean, it's such a minor-
Dave
it's a
will
very
listen to
minor
this. Yeah,
adjustment.
Dave will listen to it and maybe pick it up and have a look at it. But yeah, so okay, all right. But that's a great shot.
Yeah,
Here we've got Red Scotia.
That was that.
totally love that touch of red.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
I
good.
just couldn't resist. Again, it's a black and white taken, but it is a different day. Took a few signs out, but I just couldn't resist getting the Scotiabank brand in there in red. And
Yeah.
I wish that it wasn't right in the center, but that's the way it is when you're taken between buildings. So that's what you get.
And this one's at f8.
I think I'm going to experiment with more black and whites with a shot of color in every once in a while. I kind of like that.
I do have a video
Yeah.
on how to bring color back in Lightroom. If you want to have it, just check it out. It's a pretty cool way of doing it. So.
Well,
there.
I do it the simple way in Photoshop.
Oh, okay. Lightroom, you can do it simple
Just the-
too, but have a look at it. But,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Color replacement tool
yeah.
under the brush tool.
Yeah. Mike?
Oh, it's a great shot. That's the first thing I saw. I just saw that splash of red in there, and my eye went right to it. I'm going, oh yeah, that's the bank. That's the only ones with money.
Yeah. Yeah. Alan?
No, it's a nice picture. It's well exposed, and I'm starting to think I should go and check out that camera, Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think Larry Leslie even bought one.
Yeah, Larry bought one too. Yeah.
So there's a number of us that have
I think
them. now.
I'm sure he's still watching. So but yeah, I mean it is really something in there. But yeah, I mean I like the dark and the light shades in through this. So on my screen for the bottom left hand corner, just above the one, I can see a lot more detail in there. There's not as much detail on the screen that you guys are looking at, but there's quite a bit of detail there.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, this is coming back to the iPhone. This was taken by a photographer, but again, it's soft. It's not as sharp as it should be, and I think here it's 1/13 of a second. So and this was at f1.8. So again, the shutter speed makes a huge difference. The slightest movement will give you a soft image, or the wind catches this mushroom, gives you a soft image. So you really got to watch your shutter speeds and how you take the photos, especially if it happens to be windy out. What do you think, Rick?
I agree with all the above. I mean, there's blowouts in the mushroom that 1/13 second probably contributes to some of that.
Yeah.
Really, it's just there's exposure issues, but I don't think any of those are. If you're shooting raw, then most of the issues that we've talked about with this thing can be corrected. So correct.
Yeah. I mean, this was, like you say, the highlights are blowing out on this mushroom here. So, but yeah, it really needs to be. I think that to me the most thing is this thing should be sharp. If it's sharp, then you can start working on the rest of the image. But if it's blurry, there's nothing you can do with it. It's blurry. So.
Yep.
But yeah. Okay. So moving on. Getting to the end.
Is that the name of the picture?
Net loft. Yeah.
Steve.
Steveston.
Yes, they spent what $500,000 on that building or something.
Yeah, they're quite a bit on there. They're doing a lot of videos in there. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, this one here again. This was taken with the X100V. This was at f8 ISO 500, 1/500th of a second, 23 millimeters, and I just could not
23
believe how
millimeters?
sharp this sucker is.
Can you zoom in? I'd like to see some detail in the building.
Yep, just a sec. Oop. Oh, hold on.
That wasn't zooming in.
Oops.
So
Yeah,
there's
that's
the
pretty
log, and this is at 200%. Let me go back up to 100. That's 100%.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
I know that. But look at that.
That's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sharp no matter what part of the building you go into. Every corner is just it's the same. But yeah, I mean I kind of cropped it to do this panoramic wide building here, and I wanted to show the white on the building without really doing the blowing the highlights out, and I don't think we've blown that out. It's white, and this was done in what do you call it? Can't think of the name right now, but if the black and white Wayne, one that Wayne was using too. So But
Silver
yeah,
effect.
Silver
Nick,
effects.
silver
Thank you.
effects.
Thank you. My mind's gone a blank. But yeah, I mean, I really like it. I think it's a cool image, you know. So, but I'll leave it to Mike. I don't know what your comments.
Oh, I like it, Frank. There, I just on my screen again. It just like to me, it looks like the highlights are a little too blown out.
Yeah.
Could have been taken down a little bit more, just a touch.
Yeah, it's just. I mean,
On the building for
see
sure.
if you,
Yeah.
I'm zoomed right in,
no, it's
and
just,
you can still
it's a little
see
too much.
things kind of going up the side here. It's still the textures. I can still see textures on my screen. So
Yeah, maybe just a little bit, but no, it's a great shot.
yeah.
Looks good.
Okay.
You know, even to the left of it, just the pier there, or the you had it when you blew it up.
Yeah.
That would make a great image itself. You know,
I agree.
just the
Yeah,
pier,
yeah,
the
totally agree.
pilings.
Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of opportunity in this little area to photograph, and we probably should maybe have a photo walk one night or something down through here and take some shots. So
Hey, Frank,
yes,
is that where we went and photographed that owl inside that barn?
not this one, but the one beside it. Yes, it was.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that was a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And this one here is just a door, you know, with some things on it. There's a hand kind of coming through, as I guess the knocker, and it's probably a European door, I imagine.
No, from
No?
it's from San Sebastian del Oeste in Mexico.
Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool door. Yeah, I like all the things on it, and it's sharp. Yeah. Well, then there's a couple of highlights just on the top of the hand there, Rick. It just bring that down, but other than that, it's just well done, you know.
It's tough in
I know that's a faded picture, but you know, did you add any brown to that to make it a bit richer?
I did. Oranges.
Oranges, okay. Yeah, because there's nice detail in the wood there.
Yeah, that'd be a 250, 300-year-old building. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got cool doors. Yeah. And we've got a flock of herons.
Squadron.
Yeah, there's 2,
Yeah.
4, 6.
Exactly.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
Flying in formation.
Yeah, flying in formation. Yeah.
Well, 5.
Yeah. And
Almost.
again, I got no
Counting,
detail
Frank,
on.
I only count 5.
There's 6. 2 down the bottom.
No, there's 6.
6.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
2 together
gotcha,
on the bottom.
gotcha.
On the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a interesting shot. Again, is I see a little bit of grain when I'm looking at it on my screen, but you know, it might be, you know, cropped a bit more. But I just like the pattern in here, you know, with these herons.
It would be a great
What
image.
did he
to
shoot the? What was the shutter speed on that, Frank?
I don't know. They erased it. They didn't want us to know.
Oh.
So they took that out.
Oh.
It's a secret. All I know is 1200 by 800 pixels. So
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, I just like the pattern of this. Yeah, looks like the one in the
Frank,
center is
there
being
is-
protected.
Frank, it raises an interesting question. While I think about what is the size of images you want for this particular event?
It doesn't matter, Alan. You know, it could be the full size. If you know, will fit anything. You know, like I mean, you can go at 1920 by 1080. It's probably just perfect. I mean, if you have something bigger, it's a little harder to send it via the email. So it might have to be like a Dropbox. But you know, 1080, 1920, whatever the person has. But I always like the landscape look versus this look, the portrait, because you see a lot more in this than you would on a portrait. You know, I've always been a landscape type of a person. These make great,
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, these make great covers for magazines, but these fill the innards, you know. So
Doors don't make a good landscape.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's you know, I mean, I like the pattern in there, and everything looks sharp and color wise. So yeah, so it's kind of cool.
It's nice.
And this one here, I called it Book Smarts.
I like that.
Yeah, it looks like it's a library somewhere. There's a lot of heads bopping down there, so. And again, it you know, from what I can tell you, it's sharp from the foreground to the background. Very well exposed. Oh, okay. So we just got the info on the herons. 1/100th f8 ISO 125.
Okay.
Thanks, Francis. So
Can
this
you
here,
can you pop in on this one a bit, please?
on this one,
Yeah.
that's at 100%.
Okay.
I can go 200. That's 200. Still
What
pretty.
do we know? Do we know the settings on this one?
We do. It's
What was it
1/60th
shot
of a
at?
second, f2.8, ISO 250,
Wow, 2.8.
and this again was taken on a Fuji.
Yeah, this one's not nearly as good as the other ones. This one is.
Well, this one was taken on the XT 2, so it was. But yeah. But still, it's still pretty sharp, you know. And okay, so it's Larry's here, and he says it was taken in New York, so it's a library in New York somewhere. But it is sharp. Now, did you handhold this, Larry, or I don't imagine they would have let the tripod go in here. But at 1/60th of a second, it's slightest little movement, but it is sharp.
Yep.
So,
What I
I guess
like
that's
about
why he was at. I guess that's why he was at 2.8.
maybe that's why, yeah, because he was trying to keep the ISO down. ISO's at 250,
Yeah.
so yeah.
what I like about this photo is, like, architecturally and structurally. If you look up at the lanterns, you look at the corners where the ceiling goes in, you know, into the, you know, that dark part of the ceiling disappears. The top, the aisle, it is so squared. It's almost perfection in terms of. Rick Hulbert would be proud of it.
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah,
Of this
You
image,
would, yeah.
yeah.
because it is.
That's a
it
good
is-
image. I've been in that building,
yeah.
the New York Public Library.
Yeah, Larry was
And,
saying he was sitting on a desk. He shot this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's not
Very
very
good.
many places in New York City that they allow you to take tripods anymore.
Yeah.
Even you know, areas such as Times Square, you're not allowed to really bring a tripod in even for outdoor pictures, because there's just so many people. I guess it's a liability issue. People tripping over tripods tend to sue.
They tend to, yeah. But it is a really cool image. Now, I think it's level. I mean, Alan, across the back here, it might be just leaning a little to the right,
Possibly.
you know. But
Yeah,
other than that,
it looks
it's just a hair.
Yeah, it looks that way to me, but it really, for this picture, because there's so much mass in here,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. But it is a great capture. Yeah, I really like that, and I like almost the square format to this too. So,
Yeah.
great shot, Larry. Great shot.
Nice shot, Larry.
Okay, and the argument.
Oh,
And this
Nice
was
picture,
done
very.
1/640th of a
very-
second,
sorry,
5.6,
who's talking?
800 ISO.
Your mother wears her.
Lovely image. There's pictures like this where there is expression as exposed, shown by the two birds who are having a discussion, obviously a mating pair, I would guess, on a picture that has no interruptions really in the background, allowing you to focus very nicely on the birds, nice and sharp from what I see here. So, yeah, this is a great picture.
Yeah, this was taken with a D5. Yeah, at 500 millimeters, 2 to 500. Yeah, 5.6. So yeah, it's pretty
Nice
cool.
Is this
picture,
yours,
Mike.
Rick?
Not mine. Nope.
Mike?
Nope.
No,
Mike.
no, not mine.
No, it's
You're the only guy with a D5.
I don't know who. Oh, there's other people, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's somebody from. Now I could be wrong. I think it's from the Minoru Photo Club. Submitted this one.
Oh,
I think. So I don't know if
So
they're
that was shot with
watching.
the D5?
I don't. Francis, is this somebody you know? So you might. I think it's from the club, but yeah. Okay.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Great shot. Yeah.
I call this the under the umbrella.
My battery may die here on my iPad, so if I disappear, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, Rick. Anyway, nice to see you. We'll stay in touch if you lose. Give us a shout back. But yeah,
Enjoy this.
yeah,
If it does die, have you guys? Can I raise one thing here?
yeah.
Has anybody used the super resolution feature on the new Photoshop?
No,
Yes.
I haven't. No. Okay,
Yes.
If you
so that last
if you
shot
haven't,
was. It was from Ballistic, which was let me just think who that person was. It was Irene Morden. Had the
Okay.
cormorants. Yeah. Thanks,
Great
Irene.
shot.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I was saying about the super resolution and it will quadruple the.
Yeah.
pixels
I
of
haven't
your
used it,
photo.
but Mike has. Mike's told me about it.
I've been using it.
Yeah.
The end result of it is better than the original photo, in my opinion.
Well.
Yes.
You can take-
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You can crop into a photo, then blow it up in that super resolution, and I'm serious. You can pixel peep it till you want to the cows
I
come
use
home.
Topaz Gigapixel. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this super resolution is free, well, as long as you got Photoshop, and
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really something.
I'll be playing with it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so we got
And
one
it-
more
yeah.
image left. Now this one here, I kind of like it because it just again is we usually get butt shots of animals and birds and stuff, but we got butt shots of people walking by, which is kind of different, and they all kind of look in the same way, looking off, and you kind of wonder, oh, what are they looking at? You know, yeah, it's and it's sharp, you know. Wayne.
yeah. No, it's a interesting image. I would call it more of a record shot than anything else, but because you know, most of the time you want to see what they're looking at. You know, just because they got their heads turned doesn't really make a great shot. I don't know. What do you think, Alan?
Your comments are well said. There's mystery, but it's not really very compelling because we don't know what they're looking at, as you observed, nor do we have the opportunity to. So, and couple that with the fact that the individual in the front has his head pretty much, if that's a he, disappeared under that umbrella too.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
like you said, record shot.
Yeah. Okay, we have one more shot left, and this one here. And again, I really like it, except for a couple of things in here. And I'll let maybe Rick, you start off here, and we might all pick out the same problems, but. And it is sharp. Let me tell you, it is sharp from bottom to top. The leaves, everything. There's great texture. So.
If it's sharp, that's good because you know it's hard to tell on my iPad, really. But if it's sharp, it's great. I mean, I think the overall layout of it is great. It's centered. It's well exposed. The only thing, again, let's go to the edges. That there's a piece up in the left corner. that can be eliminated altogether. And then that hanging shadow of that flower, I don't mind that, except I would soften it with a Gaussian blur or something, so it doesn't detract from the main part of that image, which is pretty obvious what the subject of the photo is. And yeah.
Alan?
No further comment. Is that the author's signature down the bottom right corner?
It is, yes, yeah. And I have no details other than it was 721 by 1082. That's it. That's
I
all
guess
have.
not to disagree with Rick, but my preference would be to take that top leaf in the middle away completely. It's a fairly nice subject by itself.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Alan there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that one big leaf there. It just seems to be even though you got the white, I see that one big green leaf there. And I would actually bring the flower up actually just a little bit more, not to center, but maybe a little more, because I don't know what he's really going for. Is he going for the front flower or the green flower or the green above it, or is he going up for the up in the corner?
Yeah.
It just a little bit. I think if you just raised it a little bit, the composition a little bit, not right dead center, but
I mean, it is. I mean, when you look at the highlights, they're not blowing out. The limb kind of comes in and then it curves up to the top. I like that composition. The thing I don't like is that at the top and that green and that highlight, take that right out. It would be a way stronger image right off the bat.
Yeah, and I like the shallow depth of field. I like the colors he has. It's really nice. It's very soft.
Yeah, that's
Just
why
a
it's
couple
popping
little
out.
things.
I mean, the
Yeah,
focus
beautiful.
is definitely on the branch, and it just pops right out. So it's it's well done. So, and I think
very well
that
done.
was from the Minaroo Photo Club. Also, one of the photographers from there sent that one in. So, but so that's what
Very
we
nice.
got, guys. It was a bit longer than what I had originally thought, but I mean but I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. We had 35 photos, so there's a few people for next time. We'll do up another one for another time, probably later on for April. I've got a fella coming on the. He just emailed me, and I believe it's going to be the 16th. He's a photographer out of Australia. He's a Fuji shooter. He's got incredible photos, and he just knows the Fuji's inside out. So I wanted to bring him on, and we can talk with him and pick his brains and what have you. So I look forward to him. Just a young photographer. He's got a great YouTube channel, so he's going to be coming on. And the only problem with that is we have to have it on a Friday night because it's the following day. So if we have it like tonight, it would have been tomorrow at noon in Australia. So and it just doesn't work for him. So Friday night, we'd have it at 7 o'clock, which would make it noon Saturday morning for him, which would probably work the best. So, but I'll let everybody know. Like once I do the thumbnail, you can see it on the thumbnail when it's going to be, but it'll be on the 16th, which will be, I think it's a Friday night. I'm pretty sure it's Friday night. So, but if you have any ideas, Ellen, or I guess Rick is gone, for anybody else, let us know and we can bring him in. But I think, we like these critiquing and talking about photos. So
they were all fun photos, Frank.
So they're all very well done. So if there's any comments from the people out in chat, we still have 7 people out there watching us. So they stuck to us to the end. We had quite a few. I forget how many total, but there was quite a few at one time. So out there, but but we are getting kind of on. We're almost 9 o'clock, so almost 2 hours we were on this. And thanks a lot, and good night. Thanks, Francis. Yeah, same to you. So Francis is gonna climb under his sheets and go to bed, and yeah. So, but anyway, thanks, guys.
Okay, guys.
Alan,
Nice seeing
good to
y'all.
see you, man.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah, so,
Take
yeah.
care.
Good night,
Hey,
Alan.
Alan.
Good night, Mike.
Hey, Wayne,
Nice to see you
Larry,
again.
Kimberly, Frank.
And
You
Take
betcha.
care.
Okay, we'll see you guys.
Good
good
night.
job.
Yeah, on the rebound, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up and like and that sort of stuff. So we'll keep us going. But yeah.
Oh, I thought I was going to send you a bill, Frank.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, I thought we all
I
send you a
moved.
bill.
I'm moving. I'm moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
I'll let
Frank.
you guys out, and we'll start it here. And good night, Irene.
Good night.